Hello everyone. So today we are going to work on taking control of the ship in this spaceship system that we are working on. So the player can enter the ship. Let's enter it from here. And when we go to this control panel, we get this take control and E. So now the player is in control of the ship. So let's start the engines and start moving. That's landing gear. And now we can move. So wherever you want. So you can see the player actually inside. So yeah. And then that's the part we are going to work on today. And before we get started, I'd like to remind you that you can download any project that I have done on my channel once you become a member, so without a limit. So include not just this project, all thousands of projects that I have done in my channel is accessible for you. So feel free to check it out. That would help me to continue what I do here. So and let's get back to the tutorial. Alright, now this is what I want to do. So when I start the game, I will be starting with this player character, and the player character should go when the player go towards here in the front. Here there should be some kind of a control panel, and when I press E, I should take control of the ship so that I can fly it. Okay, so for that I have imported this very simple control panel object. So I'm gonna add this into my ship. Okay, let me open the project. I'll open the blueprint. And here we collapse these things, drag and drop this. Where did it go? Alright, it's here. Okay, here, control panel, no, should we place it maybe over here? Like this. Okay, so now this can block the movement of the ship because of collisions, but I'm not sure. Let's try. Let's see. Oh yeah, it can move off. Okay, nice. So does this have collisions? Let's check. It does. Actually, this doesn't have to be like this, even though it works. Let's see. Yeah, this is much better. Okay, now when the player comes here, we need to press something like press here to control ship. For that we need a widget. I don't think I have a widget created yet. So let's set up a simple widget. UI. user widget 𝐂𝐴𝐺 instruction. Okay, now here I'll add a text and wait, before we add a text I'll add a canvas panel. Then under that I'll add a text. I'll call it txt instruction and make it a variable so that if we want to change it we can change it, and it should be somewhere like here. So and also centered, and text also needs to be centered, so like this. And let's move it down a little bit so it's not in the exact middle of the screen. Text is press E to control, no, let's just say control, take control E. Okay, now it would be better if we have a background for this, so I'll wrap this with a border. Let's make this black. Oh, sorry. Select the border. Not the content color. Brush color. Right. And size. Okay. Right, now we have the widget. Now here let's add a collider. Okay, so once player come into this area, I need to put press C to control, take control and E instruction. I want to make it visible. So on component begin overlap, first we need to check if the plane is not already in control. Player controlled. If not, also we need to check the overlapping player, overlapping character is the player. For that, I don't think I have a way other than just trying to cast it to a pawn or a character and check is player controlled, just like here, but I prefer to set up interface instead of doing that. interfaces. So that we can directly call the interface function and check if it is the player. So is player. This should return yes, a value. If it is true, yes, otherwise no. Now I need to implement it in this character. So here PPI character, and now we got this is player. So I can, since this is a character, I can simply return is player controlled value. Right, now here we can get the other character and check is player. If yes, so here we can create widget using this 𝐿𝐻𝐸𝐺 instruction and show it. But okay, if this is true, we can create the widget and we can promote this to a variable. I'll call it 𝐿𝐻𝐸𝐺 instruction and add to viewport. So this should be done if it is the player. So now player can enter this collider and exit this collider, and this can happen multiple times. So when this happens multiple times, we may already have this widget instruction. So let me just collapse this to a function, toggle instruction widget. So now here, before we try to create it, we can check if we have a valid widget instruction. If not, we have to create it. If yes, we can just add it to viewport directly. So to make it clear, I'll add the reference like this. If this is required, I'll get player character, a controller, and this function name is toggle. So that means show hide. We need an input that says either to show this or hide this. So if this is true, that means we need to show the instruction. If this is false, that means we need to hide. So same as here, if we do have a valid widget and if this is in viewport, if that is true, we can remove it from viewport, remove from parent. Okay, right, now that's the widget part. So here, when we overlap with the box, we need to show the instruction, and when player move away from the box, so I'll call this control trigger and add an event on component end overlap, same as here. I'll do this check. And if this is true, we need to toggle instruction widget. We need to hide it, so call this with the false. Okay, now let me disable processing and start the game here. Right. Let me move it over here so we can see it. Nothing happens. Oh, sorry. This is a mistake. We should show these widgets if the ship is currently not player controlled. So we should connect this to false. If the ship is already controlled by the player, then no need to show these widgets. Okay, take control. Now we got the option, and if I move away, it disappears. So next part is implementing that. So by the way, I want to make this a little bit smaller. I think I already did that in the other project, where I have this character in the infinite world. Also, while I'm at it, this needs to be connected. So how do we implement taking control of the ship? For that, we need to implement a way to interact with the ship. So now for this, we're gonna need another interface to communicate. So blueprint interface, BPI interactable. Now here I'm gonna add a function start interaction. Okay, now in here character, I'm gonna add another function set interactable. So this will be used to set an object that is ready to interact with the player. So we need to give an input. Perhaps we can use actor, object reference, interactable actor. Okay, now in the shuttle, no, in the character, first I'll implement this set interactable. So here I'll promote this to a variable interactable actor. That's all. And in the shuttle, we need to implement PPI interactable. When I do that, now I have to implement a start interaction. So basically, when I start interaction, I want to possess this ship. So get player controller possess the ship. So in pawn I can give a reference to self. Okay, Now here, do I have input E somewhere defined? No. Jump, move, fly, and okay. So I'll add an input IA interact. Okay, I'll leave the default options. And then IA interact. So here I'm going to use input E. Do I already have E for anything? No. Great. Okay, now in here IA interact. Okay, now when this is triggered, should I use this? Okay. Get the interactable actor, convert to a validated get. Wait, I'll choose this. And then if yes, start interaction. To make it easier for testing, let me just remove this so that I can start playing from here. Take control, press E, nothing happens. Alright, we didn't set the interactable yet. So here, when we show these instructions, similarly at the same time, we need to get a reference to the other character, the actor, in case this is the player. And set interactable. Okay. Similarly, we need to remove this. Remove this reference when player move away from this collider. Okay, let's try now. Okay, take control E. Yeah, see, now we can control the ship. If I press O, the door is closed. T, engine starts. Now we may have trouble flying. See, I am pressing shift now, but it's not moving up, and the take control widget is also not removed. So the reason is because player is colliding with the ship, so it prevents movement of the moment component of this shuttle. Okay, here we need to press toggle instruction. We need to hide it. And now to deal with that collision issue, perhaps here I Let's add an object reference. Interacting actor. Okay. Now here we need to give a reference from this character to this start interaction, and then let's attach this interacting actor. I'll promote this to a variable. I'll call it driver. And then let's get the driver and set collision enable to false. Later on we're gonna have to change this to we're gonna have to give back control to the driver when driver exit from the ship. So this has to be in the type of character. Now this has become an error because here this is in the type of actor, so I'll make it character. What's the error? Oh, wait. This is what I should have changed. So this should remain as the actor. Interactable in the character. In start interaction, this one should be changed to a character. Okay, now I wouldn't have to make any change here because self is already a character. But wait, this should start interaction here. This should be a character. Interacting, I'll make it character to avoid confusion. This should remain as an actor. Nice. Okay. Alright. And then I'll attach driver, attach actor to component. As the parent, I'll give this collider control trigger. Everything I'll keep word. Okay, let's try now. Start interaction, start engines. Cool. Now we can finally fly. with the player. You can see the player character over there inside the ship. So yeah, here we move. So okay, that's enough for today. It took almost 30 minutes. So now in the next time, let's work on unpossessing the ship so that player control will be transferred back to the player character, so player character can move around in the ship or exit or do whatever he wants. So thanks for watching. Updated project files will be available here for download in Patreon page. Link would be in the description below, and see you in another episode. Goodbye.